I want you to see what you can do with this one. We've got the top of a ladder slides down a vertical wall at a rate of 0.15 meters per second. At the moment when the bottom of the ladder is 3 feet from the wall, it slides away from the wall at a rate of 0.2 of a meter per second. The question is, how long is the ladder? Try to set this up, see if you can come up with the answer. Do your work and come back when you're done. I want to make sure you have the right setup before you move on. If you finished, great. It'll just be a second here. So we have a wall and a ground and a ladder, and they're connected using the Pythagorean theorem. I've labeled h the distance between the height of the ladder and the ground. X is the distance between the wall and the bottom of the ladder. And of course, the length of the ladder is L. L squared is equal to h squared plus x squared. Now, see what you can do with this. All right, according to the information that we were given, we have a dh dt and a dx dt, but there are two things tricky about this. Number one, dh dt, since the ladder is sliding down the wall, is going to be a negative 0.15. So that was something to note. dx dt is 0.2. The other thing that's tricky is that L is a constant. So when I take L squared equals h squared plus x squared, I have 2L dL dt equals 2H dH dt plus 2x dx dt. dL dt is equal to 0. Plugging in the numbers that I have now, I also divided out the 2's. I have 0 on the left-hand side of the equation. H is the thing that we don't know. dH dt is negative 0.15. X is 3. We're given that here. The bottom of the ladder is 3 meters from the wall. And dx dt is 0.2. If you didn't have this negative, then you would have gotten a negative number for the height of the ladder, the distance, or the height of the ladder is up on the wall. And let me just go ahead and say here that we have that h is equal to 4. That's just doing the algebra here. If I ended up with h equals negative 4, you don't just ignore the negative and keep going. You got to ask yourself, is that reasonable? Is it reasonable that the height of a triangle is going to be a negative number? And it's not. So that means you got to go back and look at your setup. An incorrect setup, and you ditch part of the answer to give me an answer, doesn't actually give me a correct process. This wasn't the question, though. That's the height of the ladder on the wall. We're asked for the length of the ladder. And if I have a triangle here, and I'm told that x is equal to 3 meters, and I find that h is equal to 4 meters, then the Pythagorean theorem tells me that the length of the ladder is equal to 5 meters. So the ladder is 5 meters in length.